Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, mic check. Hey, Seisu, welcome back. You can hear the music as well. Awesome, thank you. Like Steam is live and TikTok. So we're good across the board. Fantastic news. Wanted to get everything working before I jumped in. So welcome back, one and all. My name is Mac. I am the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. Today's stream is the Dam Challenge, and it's actually the final full format Dam Challenge. Going forward, the Dam Challenge will be a segment in a larger stream called the Dungeon Alchemist Mapmaker stream or show, I guess we're going to call it, Dungeon Alchemist Mapmaker Show. And it'll be dams for short. Anyway, the Dam Challenge will continue, but it'll be a smaller portion of an overall show. That being said, because today's is the last full format Dam Challenge, I'm excited to hang out with you all and showcase every entry. As going forward, they will only be able to have enough time to showcase like 1 to 3 entries. So, hope you're excited to check out all these amazing maps using the amusement theme as inspiration. The winning map... Uh-oh, my camera off. Okay, there it is. The winning map was by Geronimo. I was very impressed with many different maps, the entries from the Dam Challenge. But for some reason, the aesthetic of this map really grabbed me. And I found it very, interesting. Kind of gave off vibes of like a pirate cove or like a just a rundown area of town where gambling and other things might be happening. But it's called Low Town or Cuckoo's Corner, which it seems kind of like a slummy part of town. Here you have a fighting pit, kind of some rundown areas. We've got some mud roads, not much fanciness here to be found, boondockish. Yeah. Kind of gives off the vibe of like the slums or the boondocks or, just somewhere run down the bad side of the tracks. There were some very impressive entries, to say the least, though. Really liked quite a few of the entries on this one. While we're live right now, I just want to remind everyone, this is our first multi-stream back since I've been trying to troubleshoot all these issues for the last couple weeks. I made a lot of changes. We did a bunch of tests earlier today, and everything came out pretty good. If you're having any issues with the stream today, sound cutting out, looping, stream dropping, please let me know in chat, whatever platform you're on. Quality loss is in like, what? Pixelation's gonna happen regardless with streaming. If there's like looping sounds, or like static or something like that, maybe, let me know. No problems on your end? All good on our end. But yeah, we're live on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Steam. Yeah, do it. If it happens again, let me know. I will say this, depending on how far you are from me and where I'm broadcasting to, like which server, there may be some latency issues here and there, or which platform you're watching on. Anyway, we're going to take a tour through Hieronymo's map. Check it all out. Got a lovely bell tower here off to the side, which can act as like a watchtower, I'm assuming. Look at here's like a telescope. They can look out to sea. Then you've got the various, ladders and stairs up. Really enjoyed this structure. Just want to make sure there's no major substructure. Okay. So as you can see here, you have like a dock / kind of market entry area. Let's check out all these first floors here. So it looks like someone's personal home, most likely. Maybe a small tavern, I guess. Maybe a small tavern or... Yep, it is a small tavern. Never mind, I'm wrong. And then it expands into all this area here and becomes much larger. So it is quite a bit of a tavern, possibly even an inn. I love how we've got balconies here that connect between other areas, making it feel like a full-featured, kind of connected village. Yeah, little things like this, connecting areas between them, makes it feel very lived. Well utilized. You see the track marks, just like stuff everywhere, weeds and plants, and it just looks like, every little bit of it has something going on. Little alleys down here. Get down to the base level again. So how's everyone doing today? How is your week? How is your weekend going? If you celebrate Thanksgiving in the United States, how was your Thanksgiving? I'd love to hear reports back from everyone if you had any recent game sessions or session prep. If you did anything interesting in your day-to-day. Let's hear about it. Cool. Thank you, Inani. There's always bound to be pixelation because right now I'm streaming at like 5,000 bit rate, 1080 60. So once in a while there's going to be some garbly. Since this stream did good, I might up it to 6,000 next week, which is usually where I stream. But I've been testing everything that Streamlabs and my internet recommended, my ISP. Got a little like opium den going on here is kind of what it feels like. Oh no, it's that time of year. I had a flu all this last week. I wasn't even able to eat Thanksgiving dinner until yesterday because I had leftovers because I was so sick like Monday through Thursday. Interesting. Anani, in the bottom right corner of your stream feed, there's like, if you're on like computer or mobile, there's like a little settings widget, like a little setting icon that looks like a gear. If you click that, you can change it from auto to source. So you can go from auto, to 1080 60 or 720 60, and it usually keeps it at a much higher quality. And with auto, it'll drift up and down depending on your internet or connection or any number of reasons. Honestly, yeah, using Thanksgiving to recharge is smart. Blue Mage, it sounds like you had a very relaxing staycation. Enjoyable, week. I'm kind of jealous. I was sick all week, even though I had time off because I was sick. I was just bedridden. No worries, no worries. Enjoy your time off. I'm glad you did, and having some fun. Relaxing. Hey, Big Hugs, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. I just love all the little decoration. Like he put these little blankets and made them into like placemats for the like the little, you know, food for the setting for it. It just looks great. I love the little bread bowl diner here. Man, I don't know about y'all, but I love me a bread bowl. So good. The little fighting pit here. I think what's great too is all the patios can kind of see the fighting pit. So it's like no matter where you are almost, you can check out the fighting pit, which it seems like that's kind of an integral part of what happens here. Is Geronimo not here right now? Of course he wins today and he's not here. The crooked chimney. Soaking stone. The split lip. I like this one right here. Kind of small, just has the bare minimum aesthetics, you know? Got like a group setting room. Or some more like private rooms upstairs. The upstairs bar and tavern is also great. Hey, thank you. Juice. Okay. I'm just gonna pour this into my water if that's okay. Thank you. I was kind of low on water. The missus brought me some water. Thank you, Mrs. Mack. Appreciate you. Huh. Hey, Geronimo. Congrats on your win, my friend. Really just enjoying exploring the design, checking it all out. Can we get a big congratulations to Geronimo, who is now watching now on Twitch? Give him a pat on the back. Well-deserved win for a well-deserved win, I should say. And like I always like to say, we can't all win, but we can all be winners. So if you didn't win today, you can always win in the future. On the stream, not yet. I did it in private a little bit. We'll check it out right now. We're just checking out all the various levels, because there's quite a bit to it. In fact, I think that's the final floor. So yeah, we can... Oh, no, it keeps going up to the bell tower. That's right. There's like the 2 watchtowers, essentially. So let's drop a token in by the docks and we'll go walk around and check it all out. Just a quick heads up to everyone that's just filing in, if you're just getting in here. Little bit of news going forward. The Dam stream and Dam challenge stream are kind of being sunsetted and merged into a singular stream. Mapmaker Monday will remain on Monday at the same time, same channel. But every Saturday we'll have a stream called the Dungeon Alchemist Mapmaker Show, which is essentially a variety segment type show with different segments related to Dungeon Alchemist, things going on up and coming in development, interviews with devs or community members, possibly moderators as well. Additionally to all this, there will be segments where we provide support, segments where we highlight the Dam Challenge entries. So every other week will be the Dam Challenge just like it is now. So you'll still have 2 weeks to enter. But the opposing weeks will have interviews with like Dungeon Alchemist staff members or community member or moderator, whatever, something like that in between. And then in addition to that, we'll have, I think I said news and a question segment. We'll have a segment with features. There's a few different segments planned that are all essentially going to be kind of combined into a singular stream that is structured and follows an itinerary every week. So essentially the Dam stream and the Dam Challenge stream, as you know them, will be getting sort of a facelift and makeover, so to speak, and be changing into a more structured stream. I like all the little balconies. Welcome back, Lilandra. How are you? Can't get out. Dang it. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. Oh. So y'all remember when I hurt my eye, right? Yeah, this is surprising here with the rooftop. You could have flattened this out even and just extended it into another balcony area. Yes, the goggles incident. So when I hurt my eye, well, my eye has been like twitching the last few days. Only the one that's hurt, or that was hurt, I should say, not currently hurt. And I'm starting to wonder if they're coincidental, or you know what I mean? Hey, secret balcony. Secret balcony. The cheese tax, the cheese tax. Hey, Shlomo, welcome back. How are you doing today, my friend? Oh, you know what? I am so sorry. I think my TikTok's chat is frozen. One moment. Let me get that back. I am using a green screen. Just so you know, though. Oh, I don't see them talking on TikTok. That's weird. Oh, Thanksgiving. Gotcha. Gotcha. Oh, they sent like a Thanksgiving thing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, I use the Elgato green screen. It's like a drop, like a thing you can place on the ground and then you just lift up the screen. I think they make them so you can mount them on the ceiling now. There's also another one that I used to use that's really great, especially if you don't have a lot of room. It's a green screen that mounts on your chair, like your office chair. I have the regular one for my room, I'm pretty sure. Man, I got the first version of it. I've had it for years. Years and years, the Elgato green screen. Before that, I made a green screen custom. I got a green sheet, like a green screen sheet from Amazon for like $10. And then I bought some PVC at Lowe's for like $10. And I made a frame that had some legs. And then up from the legs, it was like a T-based mount, and it went into a square. And that square is where I stretch the green screen over. And I like on the back side, I use like safety pins to like latch it to itself. So my first green screen was like I was stretching a hide over like a PVC like mount. And it worked great for years. But I ended up getting this Elgato one because when I'm not streaming, I can close it, put it on the wall, and it's out of the way. Right now, it's more like a thing to help let you all not know how dirty my office is, which is on my agenda. I've got some cleaning to do, but now that my garage is clean, I can flex some of the junk in my office out there. For sure, yeah. When this is done, it closes up into like a metal container, and you can fold the legs in flat with it, and you can shove it under your bed or up against the wall. Very minimal. That's part of the reason I went with this one. It makes you wonder if maybe the XL is going like into a new model. Because if it's out everywhere this time of year, like right before Christmas, it probably means they have a new one coming out. Yeah, basically, Canary, it is like those projector screens that you can extend downward, but instead it's from the ground and goes upward. It has, you know, like those pistons on your like trunk or hood, or like if you have a door on the back of your like SUV that opens up, or you know what I mean, that like lift the door up. It has those in it, and it helps lift the screen up. Hey, Canary. By the way, I saw the post you did on the Discord related to TikTok. Just as a rule of thumb, it's probably best not to like share links to other platforms for stuff like that in the future, because some of the mods were concerned that maybe your account had been like potentially overtaken, and we had to like look through everything. I'm like, I know they're on TikTok, so maybe they were just like excited and we kind of just looked the other way. But in the future, be careful about that. Oh no, I get it. I just wouldn't want you to be banned from the server for like, you know, sharing links to like stuff when the mods are, it's their job to make sure the server stays safe, and they don't really second guess it a lot of times. You know what I mean? I get it. I understand. Okay, so Lublacan, I don't know much of how much DMing Dungeon Alchemist did, but I wonder, DMing for guys versus DMing for girls, what's the experience? You know, I've only DM'd a few games. In my experience, though, I usually did mixed games. And right now I play in a mixed game where it's, you know, it's like about half and half mixture. There's, well, it's 1/3 women, you know, girls, and the other 2/3 are boys. And it's a pretty interesting balance sometimes to have like different perspectives and stuff. But I think when it comes to a group of girls DMing for them, I think it'd be no different for DMing for a group of boys. Just let them know the rules and give them their kind of their boundaries and what's going on. And I think they'll dive into it and have just as much fun and surprise you in unique and interesting ways. In fact, I would say right now, tabletop gaming is at an all-time high at even representation. I'm seeing more and more surveys showing that, you know, boys and girls of all ages are partaking in tabletop gaming. And, you know, in the 80s and 90s, it was a different story, but now it's like completely different. You know, location might be part of it. Maybe the girls, it could be some of the guys in the group the girls may not be vibing with overall. There could be a lot of different things to factor in. Is this like a club, Lublacan? I guarantee, yeah, I'm sure there are creeps out there, and I feel bad for all the, you know, amazing, you know, women out there that want to play tabletop gaming and are kind of shooed away or scared away due to elitists or, you know, people who end up being creepy or weird. I think one thing that can help prevent all that too, especially, is like a session 0 when you invite new players. Do a session 0 where you cover a do and don't list. Let people know what's not allowed, what is okay. Let people know that they'll be safe there. You know, I don't know. I found that the more inviting the table is, and like open to all races and open to all classes and open to all, you know, shenanigans, and as long as, you know, the group tends to be pretty balanced, I've found. The vibe is very important though, for sure. Lublican, did you say it's a school, like a club, or what's going on? Where do you recruit people? One guy and 3 girls have signed up. I mean, definitely do a session 0 for your, you know, safeties, do's and don'ts, things that, like, you know, someone may not be cool with seeing on screen or having on screen, where to fade to black, those kind of things. I think that can set the tone for the game right off the bat. And then if something is weird or happening that is creepy or makes someone uncomfortable, do your best to resolve it quickly. You know, I've seen tables fall apart where, you know, maybe one player was bullying another player. This doesn't have anything to do with gender at all. And then people saw how the DM just kind of let it happen, and then they stopped playing with the group because they didn't want to be the next person being bullied. You know what I mean? So I think, you know, the DM, obviously you're not a psychiatrist or psychologist or here to, you know, resolve trade disputes between nations. But I do think as the DM, you need to make sure that the table's all on the same page, everyone's respectful to each other, and communicates. Yeah, you don't need to be a shrink, but I think as a DM, to facilitate gameplay, you do need to do at least those 3 things I said, to a degree. Like our group, we had a player who we didn't realize was a problem player until a few like sessions in, they started saying and doing weird things that were kind of questionable. And they said a couple things during a game, and then I was talking to them outside of the game, and they just went full blown like misogynist. And we ended up, I removed them from the game. I told the DM I couldn't tolerate them there because I respect my wife too much to have someone around like this who talks and acts like this towards women. I think there are on occasion some bad apples in both groups. But I do think on occasion that some of the people who tend to be creepier, cringier, and like trying to find a place to allow that to, you know, grow and fester it tends to be a little bit more leaning to males, for sure, at least in my personal experience. That doesn't mean that's like actual weighted across all communities. You know, there may be some causality, but there also may be, you know, just the personal people I've dealt with. That being said, it is very important as you as a DM to set the tone, make sure everyone in the group feels safe and invited, you know, make sure that their concerns about, you know, do's and don'ts and safety are addressed. The more people on your table on the same page, the more likely you'll have a balanced game with, you know, every, you know, type of person and every type of character and every, you know what I mean? I like a well-balanced group with a lot of different personalities and play styles and, you know, not just classes that balance each other, but also like personalities that tend to lean a different ear towards the situation or lend a different, you know, idea to the situation. And I think that's what you're going to run into a lot. I found the ladies in our group, they come up with the most unique solutions to problems, you know, often, very often, and they end up saving the day more often than not. The 2 ladies in our group are powerhouses. One's constantly saving us with spirit guardians. The other one's constantly saving us with hypnotic pattern. I don't think if those 2 are around, we would have gotten very far. Oh, for sure, Chim. I think it's good to find a group that fits each other, and that's half the battle, you know? Finding a group that has good chemistry and works well with the DM and all plays together and, you know, continue playing together. Like, I'm not telling you as a DM to be a shrink, but I do think you need to take charge sometimes and make sure everyone understands what's right and what's wrong and, you know, that everyone's on the same page. This map is so beautiful, Geronimo. You did a really good job, my man. Like, I could just sit and walk around and stare at it. It feels so vibrant and lived in, and like, you know what it kind of reminds me of at a glance? You remember the old animated Pinocchio from Disney? When all the boys are tricked to go to the island where they can like drink and play and have fun and gamble so they can turn them into donkeys? It sort of reminds me of that. Because like right at there's a beach like dock right here leading up to all this. No, really is clever usage of the space. I love the towers particularly. Ominous and like they provide some overwatch and protection, I feel like, to this kind of nefarious place. Like if maybe a Navy ship were in the distance, they'd know well in advance. I do think the DM should dictate their space, but geez, just calling it quits with a minor disagreement, that's how it sounds at a glance from that statement, is, I mean, kind of childish DMing. I think talking to each other as adults, as humans, is probably the first thing. Like if there's a disagreement or a miscommunication, it shouldn't be someone kicked from a table. They put a lot of time and effort into their character. But if it's over and over and over again, the DM has to constantly remind them what's going on and how it's going to be. Yeah, I would definitely say for sure. But like a one-off, I get to kick you if I don't like you. I mean, you could literally be eating something they don't like and they could kick you. Or play a class they don't like, or use a spell they don't like. That leaves it so open to interpretation of what it could be. It could be, you know, he's got some trauma from past games, and I know that, you know, it's hard to get a good group together that really melds and continues to play and is respectful to each other across the board. But I don't think it's all too rare. I think it's possible, but I do think shopping around as a DM and as a player is important. I think part of the reason my table has been so successful over a long period of time is we were all people who knew each other before the game, knew each other outside of the game, had hung out with each other. And that's why it was such a surprise for that one person to be acting that way. Felt like they kind of changed recently, and I was so worried about them. And I tried to like help them out, but they just wouldn't see reason. So, but the whole group is either people from my family or people from my wife and I's friends groups. So it's people we know and have a good rapport with and can have adult conversations with, I've noticed, without it being a problem. All right, we need to move on to some other maps. Let's go check out some of the runner-up maps. Thanks again, Geronimo. Congratulations. I'll reach out to you before Monday afternoon in my time zone with your winning, with your gift card. And of course, announce your win on Discord and also the new theme. Speaking of which, we should start discussing a new theme right now so we can get ahead of that. here. We're gonna go into the next map here. Random ladybird. Oh my gosh, I was so impressed by this. Isn't this the infinity knot? Oh, interesting, Gamrit. Had to kick a player a bit ago because he was trying to force our game into what he wanted to play. Celtic knot? Yeah, that's, I mean, some people call it an infinity knot, but yeah, same thing. It looks cool. Kind of figured that's what you were going for. If y'all look at this from above, it's shaped like the Celtic knot. Which is impressive to say the least. Oh, that's clever. I didn't notice this before. The waterfall coming from the horn. Started off as a project for you, Mac, but the more I fiddled with it, the more it became. What do you mean by that? I'm intrigued. Ooh. Where is the exact start at? Because I see your arrows. Start at start. Let me see where start is. I must have missed this. Ah. How did I miss this before? Oh, got it. Now I get it. Oh, I fell. What happened? I just fell through the cracks. Not even sure how I did it. Put a new token. So the maps all shared today on the stream were made for the Dam Challenge, which is our ongoing map making contest we host every 2 weeks. And the theme was amusement. So I love the maze theme that we're getting here. Also just very beautiful inside. Well designed. That's the Matterhorn. As you see, it's making liquid from nothing. But Very cool. Naughty by nature. It's a pretzel shop. Of course, the bread knots, right? It's Aslan. Are these shots within this map, I'm assuming? Hmm. Scarab. I really like the aquarium. It's neat. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. So a combination of blue light, some glass door, like windows, some design. There's really no water in there. It just makes you think there is because it's all well lit and there's fish moving around, so you think they are. It's clever. That's where I fell before. Keep your feet off the grass, sign your shoes, wipe your face. Duloc is a perfect place. Yeah, the ice wall's a really good way. Ooh, fancy. Hey, it's the Smurfs. Oh my goodness. Hootie, leave me alone. Hey Fox, how you doing? Welcome back. The gift shop. I like how it's a not like font. That's clever. You can still build on your legacy maps, you just can't add multi-level to them. Nothing's stopping you from accessing your multi-level map or your legacy maps, making changes to them. You can even add things like abstract lighting to them. It's just so many changes were made at the core level of Dungeon Alchemist that multi-level just cannot be possible on the old maps unless you do it by hand the old way using objects. So the challenge ends every 2 weeks. It's not based on the month calendar. So basically, it's based on every 2 Saturdays when we showcase the maps. So your deadline to turn in maps was till yesterday, the 28th. Did you read somewhere that said the 1st? I might have had a typo somewhere, made a mistake. Which message are you talking about? Oh, you know what? I did make a mistake there. It's set for December 5th. That was definitely a mistake. You know why, though? There was a mistake because last week there was technical issues and we had to move the stream back. So things kind of got messed up and I forgot to fix it there. So unfortunately, that was on me. That being said, though, I'm kind of confused. I must have just put in the wrong date on there. That is my bad. After we had one stream pushed back, everything on the schedule's been kind of broken, and I forgot to fix it all across the board. But I can see where I made the mistake. Stand by. Again, my apologies there. I think it was on the Dam Challenge feed. Like in the Dam Challenge area when I announced the winner, I think I put the wrong time frame in that announcement. But then the Dam Challenge events are fine. So I think I updated the events after everything flip-flopped, but forgot to change the time on the announcement of the winner. Reb's Amusement Fairgrounds. Did the stream feed die for anyone on any platforms? It was a minor hiccup. It's back up. Maybe. So I love like a nice little fairground. I don't know. I have a lot of memories of going to like the county fair or like a quick little pop up fair that would show up at a parking lot somewhere or a dirt lot in my hometown. And it was always fun, a little bit interesting. Twitch froze, but came back. Yeah, it was a minor hiccup. I think we're all back. I don't know what it was. Could have been my internet, could have been stream software, but nothing crashed. That's the takeaway we should have here. It's funny. It's Twitch says we have, okay, 14 people watching, but on my chat bot for Twitch, it says we have 24 people watching. It's got to be that lurker thing again. It's silly that Twitch is like that now. Like if you're just chilling out watching and not like talking, it doesn't activate you as a viewer. Yeah, it just jumped up. It knows I have my eyes closed, Mary. It's scary to watch. I get it. My face is terrifying. Blue Mage, I'm so sorry, man. I was expecting someone to just make a ride that was just these hundreds of like a line, just a big line. Take a look at all the little games. So we've got cards, so probably like fortune telling or something like that. Some puzzle games. Look at this dice goblin here. Look at all these dice. Is this your... Oh, we got a sack and sausage, fine wax crayons. I like the little puzzle piece stuff you got here with your brand in there too. Here's the rocking horse booth. Ah, fishing for ducks. Oh, trying to knock down bottles with the balls there. And ball and cup. What do we got here? Balloon animals. Assuming this one you like. Not sure what this is about. Nice. Got a little gambling tent. Ah, food. Now we're talking my language. This ride looks questionable. Rickety at best. I need to talk to the foreman of the kobolds that made this ride. Ah, gotcha. I've never done that, so I don't know. Oh. Goodness, my D&D game's coming up really soon, and I'm trying to decide which spells to take because we had like 2 months of downtime. And as a wizard with 2 months of downtime, you can do a lot. Like, I was thinking of taking Nistel's magic aura and just making all of my magic items look like mundane and normal and hiding my magic aura. I don't know why I would do this. May come in handy later. Who knows? So I like taking spells that increase my library of spells I can use at any given point. I only can have so many prepared spells, but like if I take a spell that's a ritual, right? I could probably get benefit out of that anytime at any, because as a wizard, you can cast a ritual anytime as long as there's the time for it. The other thing, archery range. Axe throwing, love it. I bet axe throwing into the rounded bales of hay like this would actually work really well. Unicorn! Fake unicorn. Ice cream cone head. I like it. Rev, this is really good, man. You did a good job. I see this as a more reusable, long term. If this was baled tight enough, it would definitely stick to it. I used bales of hay for my archery for years. They were great. I only had to throw it away when one of them kind of almost spontaneously combusted because the inside was like starting to ferment and become weird. Oh, nice, Rev. I think it's funny. The unicorn's hilarious, actually. A great idea. Of course, you've got the sideshow unicorn. But I used to have a really big backyard, and I had like a little hand crossbow, and I set up a bunch of bales of hay in front of my shed as a backdrop, and I would like shoot at it all the time. Who made this one? This one's made by Lord Rev, K-Town, who's actually watching the stream right now. This particular map was made by Lord Rev, though we will be showcasing maps from various members of our community today. All of the maps were made in a tool called Dungeon Alchemist, which is the tool you see in front of you. It allows you to build maps primarily for the fantasy aesthetic that can be exported for your preferred play style for tabletop games such as D&D or Pathfinder. Our maps can be exported for print, TV or projector tabletops, virtual tabletops, etc. Really like the fairgrounds idea, though. It's funny, the stream hasn't died on TikTok. It's fine on Twitch. Interesting. Stream was working just fine for an hour. Seems to be fine now. Can we check and see if there's any down detector for Twitch right now? Because all the other platforms, even TikTok, is perfectly fine. It's like a 4-second delay on TikTok tops. So it seems to only be Twitch at the moment having issues. Okay, we're going to move on to the next map because I want to keep showcasing maps while we can. We already did these three. We're going on to Zentix, or Tin Man's Sci-Fi Amusement Park. I love it when our community gets creative and makes sci-fi maps or modern maps or whatever. So, K-Town, this is actually the official Dungeon Alchemist channel. We stream a couple times a week, every Monday and Saturday, for people to learn about Dungeon Alchemist. They can tune in and ask questions, learn how to make maps, and we showcase community maps, highlight our community's, artistic creations and endeavors. Which seems okay. Whatever it was, it's okay now, so... By the way, welcome to the stream, K-Town. So Zentic has really shown our community how it's possible to make sci-fi maps. For sure, this one's an interesting map. Thank you for the follow, by the way, K-Town. Welcome to the DAM fam, as we like to call it. When you save a map in Dungeon Alchemist, it's saved as our proprietary format, DAM, or Dungeon Alchemist map. So we kind of call ourselves the DAM fam and lean into it a little bit. I love this Ferris wheel that's like shielded. So you're like sitting in a shielded square for the holographic Ferris wheel. This is like the grid. Okay, there's spikes on down detector, which would likely happen a minute or two after all that just happened, right? Wouldn't be right away. But, dang, it's frustrating. But at the same time, the stream seems to be holding. We'll just keep showcasing all the maps. Atlam, do you want to start collecting ideas, suggestions for our next theme? Ooh, racing. Look at this. It's like VR racing. So Tron within Tron. You don't want to go too many levels deep into the simulation. Just warning you. Oh no, it's just still getting reported. That's what I was more worried about. Other people were reporting an issue at that moment. I love how in the future they still have places to play D&D. Look at their digital character sheets. Full TV is the DM screen. Dang, that's OP actually. Could you imagine on the back side of your DM screen, it's just like a bunch of wires. It's just the back side of a TV. So everyone, we are trying to think up a theme for our next DAM challenge, which we pick a new theme every 2 weeks, and then we give our community 2 weeks to use that theme as inspiration to make a map of any shape or size and submit it to the DAM challenge channel in our Discord. So to that end, I would love our community to help us come up with a theme. The last two themes, the current theme that we're showcasing is amusement. The one before that was cottage. We've been doing the DAM challenge for years, so there's lots of themes we've done over time. Some of them might end up being repeats. So I'm open to any and all suggestions. I usually like 1 to 2 word themes that evoke a lot of thought and emotion. Usually the more intense the theme name, the harder it is for people to enter because it's usually focused on something hyper specific. So we try to make it open-ended. Healing. I like that. You know, Cape Town, we actually just wrapped up the Halloween season and we did a few creepy themed maps for that month. So we'll probably move on to more either kind of the November, December aesthetic as far as what's going on. But I do like where you're coming from with that. Healing is an interesting one because it could be like a magic shop. It could be like an apothecary in the middle of a forest, or like a, you know, like a witch's hut or something. Dang, what is this? I like these like Jurassic Park looking, Jurassic World looking ride pods. So it looks like the pods are put up into this and right around the track, right? Holiday Hellscapes. I like the alliteration. Throw it on the list there. Please do that one, Atlam. That one's interesting. Lots of amusement park games. I love it. Not a guardrail in sight. It's the future. They have jets on them and they lock into the center, so should be okay, right? That, or there's no laws on this moon, so they can have the scariest, most dangerous rides in the quadrant. Okay, on to the next map. Zentik, fantastic build. I always love what you do with the sci-fi aesthetic. Keep up the good work, my friend. Thank you, thank you. Up next is Anani's The Dragon's Bounty. So I'm just keeping an eye on our viewership right now. And between all platforms, we have like over 60 viewers right now. Impressive. Very happy to be back. Ooh, Heliday, interesting. Nice little cleaner version. You know what, Tropism? There's been so many like streams that were broken and delayed, and I made a mistake when I announced the winner of the last Dam challenge. So the events are right now, but the note in the Dam challenge channel was incorrect, which I updated. So I'm so sorry about that. Basically, the streams have been getting shifted around because we've been having trouble with the multi-streams. They haven't been working. So, and I was sick and there was computer issues. So it was like things were getting delayed one after another and kind of got moved around a bit. So that's all on me. I apologize there. Laboratory would be an interesting theme for sure. I'm gonna just say this, Anani, this was definitely a top contender. The gambling den aesthetic, I really liked what you had going on here. I also really like how you've just started using objects as part of your decor. Display case. The lighting is fantastic. The pattern tile. Assuming this is a stage where the bard's getting coins tossed at them like crazy. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to think about the hot tub adjacent to all the gambling den, but you know what? This is impressive. You put all these carpets out in layering to get it like this? Did you use snapping? Smart boy. Very smart, Nani. The snapping made this patterning very clean. Should put a koi fish in there. Someone in a suit will fall into it. Nearly die. Is there any underground levels on this, Anani? Secret is an interesting theme. So what's the themes and vote count at right now? Are they cooking his feet? This poor boy, he has to keep playing. Looks like someone's getting a deal with a patron here. Love what you've done with the place, Sanani. Really well done. I mean, it makes sense. He's in a gambling den. Probably bet his shoes and has to play to earn money for the house now. Anani is so indecisive today. Oh, goodness, Seisu, I'm going to ban you for that. I'm just kidding. Dang, look at the selection of that bar. Serving dungeon alchemists mostly guts and grizzle. I like the mostly part of that. It always makes me laugh. Wait, you're gonna vote for healing after your husband's suggestion? I won't tell him if you don't. This map is great. Seriously, it was a heavy contender for the win. I think Anani is really starting to like step into a whole new territory as a map maker. I remember when you joined the community. It was like 6 months ago, dude. You are on fire. You've really found your niche. You're getting used to shaping roofing into whatever you want. You're great at lighting. It's unique, stylish. We need more good casinos on the workshop, and this one knocks it out of the park, man. Oh, I bet they will. You're probably going to lose a lot of money, huh? You've been improving. Keep up the good work. We shall watch your career with great interest. Tropism onto your map. Luckily, you got your map submitted well before my deadline, so you don't need to worry. The Mac Spy. Blue Mage, your last entry, the Woodcarver's Cottage, was so fire. I don't know why you get up in your head. You are a great map maker. Got a lovely little amphitheater here. Really love what you did with the terrain to shape it and set up the auditorium feel. So, Mary, you know, I yawn for seemingly no reason at all. I'm not bored. I'm not tired. The maps are very entertaining. I just yawn a lot. I'll be playing a game with my friends, like a shooter. I'll yawn. I'll be running and I yawn. I'll be working out and I yawn. So I don't know. I just like yawn a lot. It's been that way for years. Some people said I should get it checked out, see a doctor. I believe Canary said that last time we spoke about it. I tried to set up an appointment, but it's like 6 months to see my general physician right now. So I don't think I have sleep apnea aside from some, like, I snore a little bit, but I think a lot of people snore. My homies though will be playing a game and they'll be like, "Did you just yawn? Are you tired?" I'm like, "You guys know I'm not tired. I'm just yawning." But I swear I've been like this since my teens. So if I've had an issue with me since my teens, that's scary. But I've been to the doctor a lot, discussed it prior, never really had an issue brought up. Sleep apnea though, it seems like it could be a possibility. My wife says I have a hard time breathing in my sleep sometimes, but I lay in weird positions. I'm like a side or a stomach sleeper, and I sleep like on my hand like this. So I'm like always pushing down on my nose. Well, I'll check it out. I do know I've had like some sinus issues lately, and like my nose is kind of clogged. It's hard to breathe through. I kind of chalked it up to the seasons, kind of changing. It's getting extra cold here in Vegas now, so it's getting really dry. This is quite clean. I love that there's vending, little place to like a little balcony. Like this is really nice. I like this little area right here. Yeah, there's masks everywhere. So I'll get it checked, but I have like a CO2 sensor for me, right? No one else in my house yawns like I do. So I don't know if it's our home. But I've checked my blood O2 a few times in the last month after people have asked me to check this stuff out. Never had any issues. Like, is there just a possibility that sometimes people just yawn and there isn't an issue? Which I do have ADHD. I will admit, though, last night my wife woke me up because she said I wasn't breathing good in my sleep, and I think I was just sleeping on my arm weird, and she moved my pillow. I am not taking any medications for cold at the moment, no. Not currently, not the last 24, 48 hours. Honestly, I try to avoid excess medications when I'm sick, too, because they tend to make me way sicker or loopy, and I can't do anything. Well, I'll look into it. I just don't really like the idea of sleeping in an apnea mask, but also, you know, if there's like medication or a treatment or a surgery, I might look into it. Would be nice to like maybe be able to breathe out of my nose better. Wonder if that's tied to it. I love the stage though, and how you have all the little sets in the background. Sneezing fits when you wake up? Interesting. Tropism, tell us a bit about this map. I'm assuming you're going for like a Shakespeare festival type vibe. Yes, I live where it's very dusty, including radioactive dust. I grew up in a place that there were people who grew up and got cancer from the nuclear tests. There's like a whole like documentary and a group of people called Downwinders. So I grew up in southern Utah, which is like after all the nuclear tests in Nevada, all of the wind from the nuclear tests blew the dust and like the nuclear fallout into Utah, and tons of kids grew up and got cancer from it. My step grandmother actually was a downwinder with breast cancer, which is crazy. And then so I grew up and lived in that town in that area for years, and then I moved away to another part of Utah away from it. Lived there for about 10 years, and then I moved to Vegas, and I've been here for like 10 years. So Vegas, they used to have like balcony parties at casinos where you could watch the nuclear tests out in the desert. So from the casinos, you could see them blasting off nuclear bombs. was inspired by the Critical Role scenes. Well, I'm not too familiar with Critical Role, like content in and out, but this looks beautiful, dude. You did an amazing job on this tropism. I love just the design of the forest, all the plants you have placed. The seating, well done. Amphitheater to the max, dude. You seriously, you killed it with the design here. Well done. There we go. Let's get the whole theater propped up there. Oh, for sure. Definitely has a vibe to it. What's our votes at now, Atlam? Probably is Blue Mage. No, it's all the jets taking off from Area 51 that drive me crazy nowadays. Well, from Nellis and the bases up there, because they have a trajectory that goes right over my neighborhood like 10 times a day. '51 is north of Vegas. It's near Nellis, I thought, isn't it? Well, Nellis, they take off from Nellis near my home and drive jets like right over north of Vegas. Oh, yeah, no, flight radar is my friend. I often will look at it when I'm trying to figure out who's making all the noise. Because helicopters, like police helicopters, will drive around Vegas and then they'll just scan neighborhoods for like 20 minutes, not even in a chase. They'll like circle a neighborhood for forever. And then jets, I like to see, oh, is this military or private? What is this, you know? Oh, yeah. Every once in a while, a Black Hawk flies over my house. I've also seen a, what are they called? It's the gun. It's the plane that's built around the machine gun. What are they called again? It's like a 30 millimeter turret, and then the plane was built. Warthog. I've seen warthogs fly over my house too. Man, I'd kill to see the Burt, to hear the Burt when they fire. That'd be cool. But anyway, they do a lot of air traffic over Vegas. There's an airport right in the middle of town that's been here. Well, it was at the edge of town, but now it's in the middle of town because the town's grown so much. And then the international airport as well. Hey, see you, Shlomo. Thank you for being here, man. Welcome back anytime. Hopefully we'll see you back Monday. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that, the Burt. But I think man, talk about a crazy weapon. The A-10 is an insane military weapon. Primal, welcome back. How's the view on YouTube today? This is our first multi-stream back in like 2 weeks. Oh no, Rev, what do you got going on, brother? Too much work? Gotta make that money. Acid Rain, how you doing? Thank you, Primal, for the heads up. On-site client visit. Oh, you have to visit and go turn on the server that they swear is on, right? Interesting, Anani. So you might have just had a weird connection from earlier. How's things going for you, Acid Rain? What's new? Man, this map is taking forever to load. Just waking up. Dang. Yeah, you can always tune in and check out the VODs after the fact, Rev. No, that makes sense. That makes sense why you gotta be there. It's 1 p.m. for you? Man, you're in like Pacific time and you're just late waking up. You're living the dream. Millennial Turmoil, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for the coffee. Man, this map is not loading. What is going on here? I may need to close DA and reload it. Yeah, Millennial Turmoil's bringing the coffee, which I'm sure the viewers could all use. So this one is made by Chim Chimaru, Traveler Chimaru in Twitch chat. Chim always likes to push the boundaries of a map and make it feel almost like a dreamscape, if you will. The Weather Station. Was looking for your title card. There is some hidden underground areas. Good to know. Video, Random Ladybird? Did I say I'd play a video? I love this little observatory station up here. What I love about Chim's map making is she uses map making as an artistic form. You know what I mean? And instead of just map making for a campaign, this is an expression. Oh, you're talking about Chim's videos? Sorry. Yeah, I usually watch those privately when I'm judging the map. Speaking of which, Chim, I gotta write you back. I've been under the weather this whole last week. I saw your message, intended to respond. This is like my first solid work day in 5 days. Well, the thing is, not everyone has a video to share. You know what I mean? We're here to look at the maps. And that's nothing against Chim putting in the extra effort. I do appreciate the videos. I think they're fun. But then I'd also, like, would feel bad if other people were like, oh, I have to do a video and they don't want to enter, or, you know, people feel like they didn't win because they didn't have a video when Chim wins sometimes. So, it's more or less just about showcasing the maps and what's present. Though I do like to browse the video and get an idea of what Chim was thinking when she was making it. Does that make sense? I noticed there's lots of different weather. Okay, so when you look at, oh, now I'm seeing it. So when you look at it from above, it is straight up weather patterns. I get it now. We've got a westerly downdraft. And over here, you see, we've got nothing but showers and thunderstorms. That's really clever, actually. Sometimes perspective on a map can make all the difference of what you were going for with it, right? Do I have a favorite weatherman? No, I don't really care for watching the weather. I'll just pull it up on an app and see what I want in like a second. Yeah, I get what you're going for here because it looks like a news report, like the green screen backdrop where they have all the... Okay, hold on, watch. I see what you were going for. And as you can see, over here, we have a big rainstorm pushing big downdrafts of cold wind into the east. And then to this side, we have thunderstorms in the west. They'll be out all night. Make sure you stay safe and wear a coat. That's really clever, actually, Chim. I didn't know what you were going for until just now, and we just got it. Very clever. I need a raincoat, and there needs to be wind blowing at me. As you can see, the downward pressure directly to my west is very, very, very bad. You definitely don't want to be in this region for the rest of the evening. No, this was good. Very good. I like it. I get what you were going for, and I like the layers. Very good. Very clever. Today's weather is brought to you by Briganti and Dungeon Alchemist. Chase the dungeon. It does look like a weather report, though. I wish I could stand up and my green screen wouldn't cut me off. I'd have to turn the camera on and, like, then I could do the whole thing. But I totally get what you're going for with this. Watching the damn weather report. Yeah, Chim totally got me. This is clever, Chim. Actually, the tiers of jokes here, very good. I never connected the two that putting it on stream would make it that much more epic. Very good design. So tell us, Chim, what was your inspiration for this one? He just wanted to see me be a weatherman? That's my main guess. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? What is that in? I feel like I've heard that, but I can't remember. But it's from a TV show or a movie as well. That's where the meme is from. I picked the shortest token to go look around. I probably should have picked someone taller. This poor guy can't even reach the table. Uppies! Uppies! Acid Rain, you mean the people who enter this? They usually take about 2 weeks to enter. Everyone who enters gets the same time frame and the same theme. So it looks like healing is going to be the winner at the moment, right? But 2 weeks is a pretty reasonable amount of time to build a map. Doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be fun. That's what it is. Yep, the weatherman was asking him something and he goes, "Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?" That's right, I remember that. It was around the time when all the memes were coming out with kids being interviewed in the news. There's like the I Like Turtles kid and like, yeah. Yes. Yeah, I do need a stool. My token's a little too small here. Let me make him bigger. Larger sized. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Why can't you figure out how long I've been alive? Or how long y'all have been live? Our stream crashed once earlier, so the time of it might be a little off. We've been live for just about 2 hours now, though. We started at 12 p.m. We're going to wrap up in about 15 minutes. So we started at 12 p.m. Eastern, and we'll be running until 2 p.m., roughly 2 p.m. Eastern. Just say your vote in chat, Tropism. Just say your vote in chat. So if you want to do healing, say healing. If you want to do Hellscape Holiday, if you want to do any of the other themes, just say the theme you're voting for and Atlam will add it to the list. Acid Rain, you made it, just before the end, about the last quarter of the stream. What time zone are you in, Acid Rain? You said it's like 1 p.m. for you, right? So you're probably in Pacific, if I'm not mistaken. We're voting on the theme for the next map making contest. So the theme for this one was amusement. So we gave our competitors 2 weeks to use amusement as inspiration and make a theme. And now we're moving on to a new theme for our next 2 weeks. So if you'd like to pick a theme, you can also vote. And that would be part of the next challenge. So Pacific is your suggestion? Laboratory, got it. Healing and... Oh, you were in Pacific time zone. I remember now what we were talking about. Okay, last entry from Lalandra. Can someone say something on TikTok? I just want to make sure the chat is actually working there. Something. Thank you so much, Canary Riot and Artful Darkness. Appreciate you both very much. So here we got a big top. I see it. I see it. Nice, big, huge tent-based, you know, circus event. Got some vendors and the ring with a tightrope. And of course, different animals in cages. A secret Pacific healing laboratory. Tropism. You're funny. Really enjoy the stadium seating. The Wildcat Circus, huh? So they're playing their piccolos to keep the cats happy as they jump through rings and entertain everyone. Excuse me. A 3-ring circus. Ah, I get what you were going for now. I like the scope of this for sure. I love also this little ring in the center. You did a good job cordoning it off and setting it aside. The umbrella clutch. Very cool. I like little details like that. And of course, the rare creatures from faraway lands. Man, it's been so long since I've been to a circus, but you definitely captured the vibe. If there was one circus I'd want to go to, it'd be one like in a magical kingdom or like the Feywild. Dang. Be so full of whimsy. This ring particularly is great. I'm assuming you use the little half walls for like ceiling crenellations or roof crenellations for this. They move the bumper cars out after they clean up so people can come out here and do bumper cars later. Yep. It's a lot of cages. Dang. I bet Cirque du Soleil would be interesting. It's crazy because they play here all the time. I've never seen them. I'm that person who lives in Vegas who doesn't go to casinos or do any of the events. So many caged critters, right? Maybe some animal rights violations in this big top. The next challenge stream will likely only showcase the winner and a couple runners up. We'll have to test the format to see how it works. Because we've never done this before, we're not sure how it'll work. Given the time frame allotted, I want to give the winner a lot of time, but at the same time, I want to showcase other community maps too. So it's going to be up in the air. We'll see. So we're going to set healing as the challenge theme. By the way, really quickly, just a quick shout out to everyone hanging out today on the stream, everyone that participated in the Dam Challenge. and everyone that's been here lurking. And a big shout out to our mod team who supported us today. I do want to, just quickly discuss the Dam Challenge and our upcoming theme, which we just picked as a group, which is healing. You have roughly 2 weeks to enter the Dam Challenge. So between now and let's see here. End of day, Friday, December 12th is when you can finalize your entries. So if you want to enter the Dam Challenge, you make a map of any shape or size using healing as inspiration, and then you submit that map to our Dam Challenge channel, in which there's some rules pinned at the top of the channel. If you click on the pins, you can see the rules. Make sure you submit your map and follow the rules and follow the theme. As long as your map is submitted before the deadline, then you have a chance to win a $10 Hero Forge gift card, and your map will be highlighted during our Dam Challenge segment in future streams, or in the upcoming stream if you win. So, as I said, the Dam Challenge is changing. Instead of a 2-hour long extravaganza where we cover every map, it will be a smaller segment where we cover the winning map and likely 1 to 2 runner-ups. So if you want your map featured going forward, be sure to bring your A game. And remember, even if it's your first time or your 100th time, you can be a winner. I've had people who were very new to our community, their first entry win. I've had people, win dozens of times over years of entries. So it really just depends. And I think it's really a numbers game when it comes down to it. The more you enter, the more chances you have to win. If you don't enter, you have 0 chance to win, right? So if you're interested in participating and you want a chance at winning a $10 gift card, a $10 Hero Forge gift card, and having a chance at your map featured and highlighted on the Dam Challenge segment in our future Dam Dungeon Alchemist Map Maker show, then please make sure you enter and do it before the deadline. I'm going to miss looking at all of them too, Canary Riot. I really loved highlighting community efforts in our streams. And I feel like that's the biggest loss, the biggest thing we're losing from all of this, is now that the Dam stream isn't a thing anymore, we won't be highlighting community maps on the Dam stream every other Saturday, and community assets nearly as much, and same thing with the Dam Challenge only being a segment. But this will give us more time to cover upcoming news, have dedicated segments to providing support so our streams don't get interrupted with support inquiries. When we're covering other topics, interviews more regularly with our staff and community. So hopefully this change in formatting will be for the best. There's a lot of effort going into it behind the scenes. The devs are very excited about these changes, and I'm doing my best to just make sure that it lands successfully. So if you all could do me a favor, make sure you stay tuned to our events section of our Discord, our social media, and just our general in Discord, because we will be announcing upcoming stream dates, upcoming interviewees, topics, etc. And also, covering at length what this new stream will be and how it'll kind of shape the landscape going forward. You can make a laboratory in your own world, or you can make a healing laboratory and enter it into the Dam Challenge. You know what? Let's go back to the winning map, give them a couple more minutes of FaceTime before we wrap up. I want to say thank you to everyone that participated in this and all the past Dam challenges. I'm really sad this format's going away, but also I'm excited for the future. Please do your best to try and participate in the future streams when and where you can. That way we can preserve them in their current form as best as possible. Because I know some of you are not really excited about these changes. But if we want to keep the streams around and, preserve them going forward, it's best to support them when and where you can, even if it's just a lurk or sharing the stream on social media, letting friends and family know about it so we can grow our numbers, etc. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. We're going to open up the winning map and we're going to chill out till the end of the stream. Congrats again, Geronimo, on your win. Whew. Yeah, a lot of winners have all said they're not creative enough, or they can't do it, or there's too many other people that are way good. But a lot of people end up being a winner themselves. So I think it's just a matter of practice and putting yourself out there, a little bit of commitment. You know what I mean? To seeing it through to the end. That's not directed at you, Blue Mage. I think the view down here is killer. Hieronymo, don't know if you're watching anymore. Oh, you are. Take your hand. Look at me like this. You see your hand? Hold it up like this. Take it, extend it around to your back. Pat yourself on the back. You did a good job, my friend. Congrats on the win. Hey, Atlam, I actually updated the time frames on the challenge on the commands, and I got rid of the office hours one. So you shouldn't have to copy paste your own anymore. You can just do the commands. Updated the times, got rid of the streams that are missing. Yeah, sorry I didn't inform you. I did that this week and when I was down one day. There will be some other changes to the commands soon, but I was kind of just waiting to figure out how the stream was going to be going before I made any major changes. To be honest, there was a lot of discussion behind the scene, and the stream kind of almost was like pretty much went down to one a week, and I was able to, I feel like, convince the devs that 2 a week was the better approach. I think it was an overcorrection going to 1, and that our community wouldn't be very happy about it in the long run. Anyway, I'm happy though that we were able to preserve Mapmaker Monday and some semblance of the Dam stream and Dam challenge. I'm excited of it going forward, and we're going to see how it goes. Starting next Saturday, we'll have our first interview, which I'm actually proud to announce our first interview will be SAC. So next Saturday at 12 p.m. Pacific, that's 3 p.m. Eastern and 8 p.m. UTC. Our stream will start. We'll have a little intro and a little news segment, and then we'll get into the interview, which will be roughly 30 minutes with SAC. So if you have any questions about map making or SAC's process for map making or uploading and sharing assets or anything related to all the amazing stuff he does for our community or his upcoming works, maybe write those questions down, save them for later so you have them when you can tune into the stream. Sax, if you're not aware, he's just a very, very active and prolific member of our community who has shared hundreds of thousands of maps and 3D models on the workshop. He has been making maps pretty much nonstop for the last 3 years. And in that time has, built up a fan base in our community and in our, and his own Patreon and social media. I really love, how much effort and dedication that he's put into his craft. He has some amazing builds, and a unique eye for map making. I'm really excited to have him on the stream so you all can pick his brain, see his work, and learn from him, So no pressure on SAC at all, right, for next week? By the way, others of you out there, be wary. I might be reaching out to you to set aside a time for a future interview, so none of you are safe. It is a really good view for the map, isn't it? I kind of like pulling back a little bit so you can just see the dock and the water, right? Or even the tower to the side. It's a beautiful map, though. Gotta figure out how to make money on this. It's just too good. All right, everyone, it's time to wrap it up. Thank you so much for participating. Whether you were someone who submitted a map, one of our mod team, actively communicating in chat, or you were here lurking and supporting the stream in your own way, I appreciate each and every one of you. Remember, our upcoming challenge is healing. Using healing as inspiration, make a map of any shape or size, and submit that to the Dam Challenge channel no later than the end of day December 12th in your time zone. So by 11:59 p.m. in your time zone, that map has to be submitted to the Dam Challenge channel and following all the rules in the channel. Everyone, I appreciate you all so very, very much. Had an amazing stream. I'll be back on Monday with office hours. That's at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. UTC. That stream is roughly 2.5 hours long. It is a live map making session where we're building a massive, and by massive, I mean huge, ancient cemetery. It's like 85 by 82, I think, last I checked. And it's, tons of graves still need to be added. When it's all done, I'm going to share it on the workshop for our entire community. And then maps going forward after that will likely be a little bit smaller projects that can be done, say, inside of a month instead of several. But I am excited for the future of Mapmaker Monday as well, because I want to start making smaller project maps that people can use in their own campaigns. Anyway, thank you everyone for being here. Again, my name is Mac, the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. We're going to run a quick Dungeon Alchemist themed ad, and then we're going to wrap up the stream, okay? Appreciate you all for being here. Let's see here. Let me mute the music.
But can it handle curves?
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 Dungeon Alchemist, the AI-powered map-making application for role-playing games, now comes with both round and diagonal walls. Create amazing professional maps for your players in seconds. Get it now on the Steam store.
All right, everyone. Thank you for being here. Again, my name is Mac, the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. Dungeon Alchemist is a map-making utility available on Steam. Can we get a Steam link in chat really quick for anyone who might be watching? That way you can check out our Steam page, check out our profile and our free demo where you can try Dungeon Alchemist out before you buy. In the free demo, you can build a tavern in a forest. You can even export it for your virtual tabletop of choice. And the full version of Dungeon Alchemist, I've been told, will be on sale for the winter sale, so starting December 18th. So if you're looking to get Dungeon Alchemist, but you're kind of sitting on the fence, make sure you add it to your wish list so when it goes on sale later, you'll know right away. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Again, my name is Mac, the community manager for Dungeon Alchemist. We'll see you next time I give a damn. Mac out. Bye.